It's time to teach you about the West Point Urban Dictionary. So I'm going to list off and explain some special terminology unique to West Point, and I'll let you be the judge if West Point might be a little sex obsessed here. So the first word is spelled R-E-O-R-G-Y, and that is pronounced Reorg E. Now, this is actually the term for a specific week, and it's the week between summer basic training and the start of the academic year, when cadets reorganize, regroup, buy their textbooks, and get ready for the new semester. Reorg E is not the second round of a cadet orgy. The next term is poop deck. This is a platform in the mess hall where announcements are made during meals. It's not a platform where cadets go and take a shit in public, although it's really quite gross thinking about the poop deck because this is where announcements are made during mealtime, so that's kind of gross. Then the next term is floaters, and cadets are assigned seats within the mess hall based on the company that they belong to, and if there's extra cadets and not enough seats to go around, then they become a floater. And floaters are actually picked up at the bottom of the poop deck. Then there is butt, as in butt of a day. And this is like a fragment or a portion, because every time that something is calculated at West Point, like how many days are left until graduation, how many days are left until Army beats the hell out of Navy, you have to say the days, but then you have to include that one little fragment, and you can't say, there are 35 and a half days. You have to say, there are 35 and a butt days until Army beats the hell out of Navy. Butt of a day. Then the next term, we've got two things. We've got long O and short O. And these refer to the two gray overcoats that cadets wear. There's the short one that's like a blazer style, and then there's the long one that's got a cape on it. It looks like it came right from 1802 when West Point was founded. And they're uncomfortable and heavy, and they look like they're made of wool, but they're really made of polyester, and when it rains, you end up smelling like wet dog. Long O and short O do not refer to long orgasm and short orgasm. That's because cadets are not allowed to have orgasms. The next term is gray wings. And this is the highest military honor that can be bestowed upon anyone. It's the theoretical award that is issued when somebody has sex with a female cadet. I mean, what a high honor. Sometimes people are also awarded gray wings if they've had sex with a female graduate of West Point. And when it comes to gray wings, the #1 recipient is none other than General Petraeus. Gray trow. Now, this is actually a derogatory term used to describe a female cadet. Gray trow specifically refers to those really nasty polyester trousers that we have to wear. They're thin, they're not breathable, they make your ass look way too big, and they actually rub up against the guy's leg hair and then make them lose their leg hair in many different patches. And they also cause these spontaneous boners in them. Basically, calling someone gray trow is almost like calling them fat cow. But no West Point guy would ever be mean to a West Point girl. Then there's Trout Bucket, which is basically the tub of Ben & Jerry's that you can buy from the cadet snack shop. I already explained the Hudson Theta during story time, the angle that gets bigger between a female cadet's thighs and the saber that she wears for parades. Let's see, then we've got green girls. And this is the issued blanket that goes on top of your bed. And because sex is forbidden, cadets only get to hook up with their green girls in their rooms. Sometimes a woman might say her tan man, but most of the time you just say you slept with your green girl. Then they've got short stay hotels, which is where cadets are supposedly supposed to go fornicate by the hour since they're not allowed to do it in their own bedrooms. Let me tell you about the Corps. It's a poetic hymn that was written in 1902 about West Point, and I just want to say my favorite line from the Corps. The long line stiffens and straightens with the thrill that your presence imparts. Then they say that West Point is a $250,000 education, and that if you don't end up serving your obligatory Army time, that you owe that money back. And they say that, yes, this education costs $250,000, and they end up shoving it up your ass 1 nickel at a time. West Point hurts. And that's all I've got for this episode of West Point Urban Dictionary.